Is microphone working? Microphone's working. yes, everyone. This is the first time I've opened OBS since I've been back. Big up to everyone. How are we all doing? How you doing, bro?
I missed you. I've missed you
too, bro. It's been a
I've
mad
held
one.
it down on my own now for 2 weeks, so it's nice to have you back.
Yeah, man, it's good. It's good. We're back in the duo scene, so it's good. It's not me in a weird bar with terrible audio, which obviously happened one of the nights. Yeah, I'm back from Zante. For the people that are wondering where I was gone, I weren't gone forever. However, I did lose my phone. Well, I didn't lose my phone. I broke my phone in Zante. So, yeah, that's why it's been teetotal, no jolly poddy.
Really a good thing, man. The phone was shit anyway.
My flip phone was incredible. Fold phone. It's an incredible phone, man. It was great. You might be like, no, it's not, but it is. It's sick.
No.
No, not having any of it. Yeah, you're just stuck in the iPhone mode, bro.
Bro, stop with the Androids and just get with the world.
Nah, man, nah. Chat, Android or iPhone. This is important news.
We're not doing this, man. We're not doing this. Let's talk football.
City for life for the 7 months. Yes, says missed the trio you had with LB. Yeah, man, but it wasn't to be, man. It wasn't to be. Lizzie says no more book phone, thank God. But Carl says hate iPhones. So Sam Martin says iPhone. Yeah, iPhone's gonna win. It'll win. Yeah. But you know what I mean. Right, okay. iPhone's clear. iPhone is clear. Right, okay, City September. This is what we're going to look at in today's stream. See what... It's weird because it's September preview in the middle of September. But it's just because we've had 2 weeks of international break. A very, 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 very dead international break.
Trust me, I know.
I know. Deadest of international breaks. But yeah... We'll go through all the fixtures that are left this month, and we can have a look at what we think. Quick look at them. Obviously, we'll have a preview out for you for this weekend's game against West Ham, which I'm excited about. But we'll speak about that a little bit in this as well. Lavi with the 279 says Man City reached an agreement with Valentin Barco. Yes. That's been going on for quite a while. I thought that'd have been done in the transfer window, but nope. So he'll join in January, I think.
I'm doing a video straight after this stream, so keep it on the channel. I'll be doing a video on Valentin Barco, so you'll learn everything about him. Hopefully, I'm going to do some research myself. So keep your eyes peeled.
Yeah. Lizzie in the chat says this break has seemed so long. Yeah, see, it's felt forever. This has been like the longest, deadest international break, man. It's felt
so dead, man. So dead.
it's
I'm
felt
just lucky that I had the Sidemen match in the middle, trip to London to break it up, or else I'd just be sitting here on my arse waiting for something to happen. But
to be fair, Simon match looks sick as well, you know. Simon match looks sick.
It was a cool experience sitting in the VIP section with all the big Donny YouTubers and footballers and shit. It was mad.
Yeah, free beer. Cool, free beer as well. Simon free vodka beer. Or what?
For bro, anything you want. Anything you want.
That is sick.
Simon niced us. Simon niced us.
That is sick. Yeah, honestly, honestly, I'm jealous, man. I'm jealous. It's a big experience, that. Right then, let me get. I've not even got City's fixtures up.
It's kind of a preview for the next run until the next international break. They're so dead. Like international breaks run one in September 2 weeks, one in October 2 weeks, one in November 2 weeks. Like chill. We don't need that much international football, but we're stacked with games until the next international break. So there's actually quite a bit to look at.
Yeah, we don't. I hate the fact there's so many of them, man. I hate the fact that because it just breaks up the season, and that's all I want is Prem football. That's literally all I want. I don't Prem and Champ. I mean, all basically our standard season. I can't be asked international breaks, man. They just ain't it. They ain't it. And obviously, for me, watching Southgate ball, it's dead.
It kind of works both ways. Like if you're a club like, I don't know, Arsenal or United, and your season hasn't started off the way you'd want, you might be glad of the break so you can reset. And you can reset. The manager can rethink, and he's got that 2 week period to reassess and try to fix where it went wrong. But if you're in our boat, where things have gone perfectly, you're 4 from 4, you're building momentum, you don't want an international break coming along and just disrupting your whole flow. Like for me, I would have preferred to just keep going, because I was starting to get a really good vibe. I was like, bring on anybody, I feel we'll beat them. So you just kind of have to hope that this international break won't disrupt that.
Yeah, won't mess it up. You'd like to think that but then also the injuries involved in that situation as well. It's a risk for your players to go out there getting injured to hinder our season, basically, all for some international friendly games, all like the qualifiers.
They need to restructure the international football, man. They need to restructure that shit. It's not a good system. I don't understand why they need to have 4 and 5 international breaks a season, breaking up the domestic football and Champions League football, etc. I don't know. Maybe I'm being stupid, but I had a brainwave the other day. I was like, why can't they run the group stages, like for Euro qualifiers, like the whole thing as a mini tournament in like June, the way you'd have like a World Cup or the way you'd have a Euros? So there's 1 month a year is given to international football all the time. Why does it have to be that it breaks up our regular calendar? It's lost traction. Like I was listening to, maybe you were telling me about this. Yeah, you were telling me about this. And I went and listened to it, the Mika Richards thing, Alan Shearer and
it's a mint podcast.
And you were saying that international football, it's just lost its spark. Do you mean people aren't arsed anymore?
Yeah, that's it. It's fell off a little bit, man. It fell off, and it doesn't help when like you're not winning all the time, or say like you don't watch the best football that you've ever seen, because usually international football's dead. But yeah, I think it needs a restructure. It needs a rework, and it needs something where it doesn't just interrupt the season all the time.
Dedicate the month of June. Do all your international football. Let the group stages be a mini tournament.
I mean,
give the players all of July off, or most of June, July, and then go back into what it's meant to be. Anyways, I digress.
Vito with the 9 months. Yes, Vito, mate. Says, yes, lads, how we doing? 2 weeks without City, I'm starving. Doesn't help with Sweden being garbage at football. Exactly, mate. It piles it on, man. But yeah, City ball this weekend, man. So you don't have to starve for too long. Just another couple of days, and City are back in action, which I'm buzzing for. MJG window cleaning with a 4 months says, "Are you up to the chat?" Question mark. Are you up to the chat? Yeah. Yeah, I think. I don't know. I hope you had a good holiday, George. Cheers, mate. You're looking mighty damn sexy in your prime hat. Makes you look like a garden gnome, Hugh.
Thank you. That's the look I'm going for.
Yeah, a sexy garden gnome. He actually told me to expect a pure sexiness in this stream before he came on the camera. And then when he showed me that, I was like, you know what? He was not lying. He was not lying. Fashion icon.
This is so true, by the way.
Right then. So as we finished the international break, City were top of the league. The top four was City, Spurs, Liverpool, and West Ham. But Spurs to basically Arsenal are all joint with 10 points. City clear at the top with 12 points, 2 points clear. So going into the first of them is actually one of the joint second contenders. West Ham on Saturday, 3 o'clock kickoff. Shouldn't be a 3 o'clock kickoff, but 3 o'clock kickoff. Away at West Ham. Any thoughts, bro? Initial thoughts, I should say.
Huge game, man. 3 o'clock kickoff, so dumb. It's probably the most exciting fixture of the weekend in terms of, what is it, first versus fourth? I think you said West Ham are fourth or third.
Yeah, the joint second. They're all in a line.
There you go, man. Like West Ham are 3 wins and a draw so far this season. They've absolutely smashed it so far. Now they play brutal football. It's awful on the eye, but it's effective so far. So it's actually going to be a really interesting game. Can City break them down? Can West Ham hit us on the counter? That London Stadium, by the way, it's sick. It looks dead on TV because it looks like the stands are so far away from the pitch, but it's actually a really sick stadium. When I was there last Saturday, I was mega impressed. So I kind of wish I was going, but not to be. But yeah, man, it's going to be a tough game. It's going to be a tough game, West Ham, but we're on a roll, like I said, and I just hope the international break hasn't disrupted that roll. I felt really confident and like we were finding that rhythm that we know City can find. So it's going to be like, it's not one to be underestimated, chat. It's really not. They're going to sit up and they're going to sit back and just try and disrupt us. We got to break them down. So we'll do a proper preview come the time.
Yeah, we'll do a proper preview when it comes to it. But you are right. West Ham are obviously started the season really well with 3 wins and a draw. They drew against Bournemouth, but then beat Chelsea, beat Brighton, and beat Luton. And they beat Chelsea with a man sent off as well, which is pretty wild. And that was at home as well. This is their next home game. It was only the second home game of the season so far against us. But yeah, I think it'll be difficult. I don't think it's going to be just an easy walk in the park kind of game. But that's West Ham away for you. And yeah, they'll try and make it difficult for us. Hopefully, we can field a strong 11. I'm not really sure about all the injury news that was coming out or rumours that were coming out. I'm not sure how true any of them are. But the boss man, Pep Guardiola, is back for this weekend's game. No more Lilo, which is good. We'll have a press conference reaction live whilst press conference is going on tomorrow. Probably about 1:30, I think they start. So we'll get that for you tomorrow. And yeah, we can see where City are in terms of fitness and try and see what we can expect from Saturday's game. And like Hugh said before, we'll have a proper preview when it comes to the time. Right, next then, after West Ham, we've got Belgrade. Red Star Belgrade, which is a difficult one really to talk about too much because I don't really know what to expect from them.
Without being funny, man, I don't care what to expect from them. We should be winning that game.
We should
be winning that
game. We should be winning against Belgrade. We should be winning all our group games. Leipzig being the most difficult one, but you've seen last season we tanked them, and I expect us to not tank them as much as we did last season, but I expect us to beat them again.
Like if we're being real, bro, we've got a in comparison to other English clubs, we've got an easy group.
Oh yeah, we've got a great group.
We should be looking to finish this group with a game or two spare.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? Try and make life as easy as possible for yourself. So I'd imagine the Belgrade game, Pep will be saying, go out and put in a big shift, get the 3 points on the board. Likewise, the next game after that, I think, is Young Boys. So you make life easy for yourself. Like we started off the Premier League in flying fashion. Kyle Walker spoke about how he wants to emulate the 17-18 vibes of, you really blitz the league. None of this slow start, none of this inconsistency. So doing well in the group stage of the Champions League early doors, it's only going to give yourself a better chance at doing so. Mm-hmm. So they need to take the Belgrade game seriously. But we all know, like we're not ignorant of the fact that on paper we're a much, much better team than them. We're the champions of Europe. We're the treble winners. Belgrade, we don't know much about them, so we should be beating them, man. We really should be saying, go out and do it. I'll be there as well. Yeah. I'm looking forward to it, man. Champions League nights.
I'm buzzing for the Champions League to be back. By the way, I'm hoping that we can maybe do a double Champions League double would be pretty sick. Back to backs on that. But yeah, buzzing the Champions League is back in action. Obviously, like I say, they're not the most exciting groups for us in terms of playing the big donnies. However, we do need to respect all the sides because it's Champions League at the end of the day. You never know what can happen. But realistically, City should be going into that group and just be thinking we should win this. And we should win this. If we play even like not even at our best. I think we should win that group.
70% wins us that group.
Yeah.
You have to remember how good we are. I know because we're City, we always think, it could go wrong, something go against us, and that's normal. That's football. That's the way the world works. But on paper, we're much better than the other three teams in our group. We should be beating them at home pretty easily, if you ask me. Belgrade and Young Boys, maybe Leipzig will give us a tougher one, and away we should be able to beat them as well, in my opinion. So finish that group early doors and give your Calvin Phillips's, Sergio Gomez's, these kind of guys, Nunez's the last two games, and let the big boys rest. Because if we are, like, people are already talking about Man City winning quadruples this year.
I know.
Which is crazy. We know quadruples crazy, but if you to give yourself the best fighting chance at doing that, you need to be very good at managing workload. So take every opportunity you can to take a Rodri out. Take every opportunity you can to take a Haaland out or a Diaz out. These kind of players who you need for the big game. So win the first 4 games. You're through. You're more than likely top of the group at that point.
That's why I think City will tank it out. We'll go really strong in all our lineups, regardless of our position with the first 4 games. Get the last 2 games chilling, and then we've seen it before. City usually take like loads of youngsters to the last 2 games or whatever, and most time don't play them. They just take them. But
win your first 4 games, and you still have to obviously fulfill the fixtures for the last 2, but you can kind of mentally put Champions League to the back of your mind until February. Do you know what I mean? You can then just solely focus Premier League drill, FA Cup, Carabao Cup type thing. You can obviously you can take a chiller on Champions League. Then that's when you're as good as we are. You do have the luxury of doing that, but you got to put in the work. You got to do it.
A lot of people talking about the fans in the chat as well, and yeah, the fans are meant to be absolutely insane. Like we heard.
Do you reckon they'll bring many to Manchester on Tuesday?
I don't know. I don't know what the vibe will be.
Check my vlog if you want to find the answer.
Yes, that is it. He'll be doing his match day vlog on the day. And obviously, I mean, all the content surrounding the games and stuff like that. I was going to check the fixtures of what they've had, but I'm not really sure. But yeah, that's your cheeky plug. Vito says, yeah, that's your Belgrade. That's the second game. There is 5 games in September. 5 games left in September. Moving back to Premier League vibes, we have Forest, another 3 p.m. kickoff next Saturday. Just an FYI, I keep saying another 3 p.m. kickoffs. All our Premier League games are 3 p.m. kickoffs in September, which is grim. So it's grim for us anyway. For people like abroad, they can watch it on normal TV, and that for us in the UK, we don't get that. So the Forest is our next Premier League game. Now, they've not had the best of starts, but they are sitting in 9th of 1-2 lost to. And we're at home. I'm again super confident in this game, like we should be.
So what do you want me to say? Well, we're playing Forest at home. We hit them for 6 last year. Haaland dunked on them with 3. Alvarez got 2. I think De Bruyne might have got a long range one as well. This is a game that you must, you must, and we will, as far as I'm concerned. So look, the games are stacking up, man. The games are stacking up. They're coming thick and fast. But the reality is, until October, all the games you win. You win. You know what I mean? In my opinion, on paper. Should win. I mean, October's more techie. October's more technical. That's when we play Arsenal away, Brighton, and United away. They're 3 games that we couldn't drop points in all 3 if shit really hits the fan. But September, like I said, and like Kyle Walker's been saying, inconsistencies at the start of the season, we want to get rid of that. Want to get into a rhythm, want to get into a flow as early doors as possible. So September has gifted us with a great month to do that. All games, maybe bar Newcastle, which we ultimately obviously won, by the way. All games you look at and say they are winnable games. They're games that we should win if we want to implement, practice what we preach, essentially. So buzzing, man, get it done, get in, get out, City.
I think that's right. Getting it out, get the 3 points. Like you say, all September is games that we should be winning on paper, but Premier League things happen. Looking at Forest's fixtures, their last couple of games, or their games since the start, I guess. They played Chelsea last. They beat them 1-0. Obviously, we all remember that. In the EFL Cup, they beat Burnley beat them 1-0. United beat them 3-2 in the Prem. They beat Sheffield United 2-1. They lost against Arsenal 2-1. But it's a game that I just genuinely I think we should be winning this. And then, like you just said there, we should be going into all these games in this month thinking that we should be winning this.
I think what Forest is, they do, like you said there, you listed off, credit to them, they've started off the season with a tough run of games, but they've actually started off rather impressively in comparison to what I expected them.
Yeah,
and I watched them against Arsenal. They deserved more from that game.
It's crazy.
They deserved.
You have to give them credit because they're sitting in ninth right now with 2 wins, 2 losses, and they've played Arsenal, United, and Chelsea.
That's sick.
So
they're going to come up to us Saturday week saying, no fear. Do you know what I mean? No fear.
How mad is it, like, in just over a month that they've played Arsenal, United, Chelsea, and City? That's grim, that.
No, but it kind of works in their favour because come the end of the season, then if they're in relegation scrap, they've got some toughies out of the way. And
also something that's really important to point is all of these games are away. They're playing all their away games now.
Yeah, if they're to be in a relegation battle, this will work in their favour in the long run.
Yeah.
But we'll beat them, though. We'll beat them. I know we'll beat them.
I think we'll beat them. Tone says Chelsea doesn't count. Yeah. Chelsea being man at the moment. Yeah, that's your Forest. Like I said, we both pretty much expect to win there. Then we're going into the Carabao Cup.
Yes.
I really want to win the Carabao again this year. I've got Carabao. Was it Carabao FOMO or Carabao Fever? I don't know. Carabao Fever sounds like
withdrawals from that winning.
Withdrawals, yeah. We need to sit Pep back on that Carabao what's it called, throne. He needs the Carabao crown. I'm gassed this year for the Carabao. I wanted to win in last year. I was gutted when we got knocked out by Southampton. We do have a difficult fixture in Newcastle away, which stinks. Absolutely stinks. They'll be well up for it as well. And I think it'll be difficult. Someone asked in the chat a minute ago about what's it like going to Newcastle away. Oh, it's Luxy there. Is anyone going to St James's Park? Not been to an away game ever before and going alone, so a bit scared. It was actually one of my first away days, Newcastle away. And all you got to know is them steps to the away section are long, man. But I don't know, but if they still do it, when me and Lewis left when we went last time, they give off all the pies and that for like £1. So it was like, yeah, it's gas. As you're walking out, it's just like pie for £1. It was mint.
Good.
Don't know if they'll do it again. Don't know if they still do that there. But if they did,
Saudis ain't selling pies for £1 now.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Time to change it there. Tough place, man. The tough place, St James's Park. Last time we went there, it was a blockbuster, 3-3. And they got to the final of the Carabao last season, and now they want to go a step further. So you can't underestimate that game, man. It's going to be tough. St James's Park, like you've been there, obviously, you know what the atmosphere is like, and you could even see it on telly. When a big dog is coming to town, like a City or a Liverpool or United, they turn the place up. Doesn't matter what competition it is, they're going to be out to beat us. So it's a tough fixture. This notion that City get easy draws all the time, especially in the domestic cups. Like last year, we had a mad run, really hard in both competitions. And then this year we've started off with Newcastle away, one of the hardest fixtures you can get in England right now. So tough. That's tough.
Yeah, it's gonna be, honestly, it's gonna be a grim game. I don't expect it to be easy at all. They've had a weird start, Newcastle, because they battered Villa, beat them 5-1, then we beat them 1-0, and they really weren't impressive in that game when we beat them 1-0 at the Etihad. Then they went and lost against Liverpool. Liverpool were down. They were beating Liverpool, obviously. Lost 2-1 to Liverpool. Liverpool down to 10 men. And then Brighton went and beat them 3-1, which I don't think people expected. And then I just think it's been a really, really weird start for Newcastle. But like I say, with it being Carabao, I think they'll be well up for it. They will be well up for it.
They were super underwhelming against us that night in the Etihad.
Super
underwhelming, and they know that. They know that. Who was it that came out? Guimaraes came out and made not a statement, but he spoke on it, he reacted to it. He was like, "Oh, we had one bad game. Don't be getting all stressed about it towards media and some fans that weren't happy with it." But they'll be desperate to rectify that against us in the Carabao game and show that the game in the Etihad was just a bit of a blip for them. I know they lost to Brighton and that, but they'll want to show that they can measure up against the top team. So that game in the Carabao, bro, it won't be taken as a Carabao game. City will be out to win it. No. I reckon we'll put out our strongest team. Same. Newcastle will be out to win it. They'll put out their strongest team. That's going to be a serious game for the neutral to watch. It's going to be heavy metal.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I kind of hope that Newcastle. Well, I want City to win the game, obviously, but I hope Newcastle kind of turn up a little bit more than they did last time, make for a bit more of an exciting match. But yeah, it's gonna be one to watch, 100%. Joe Griffiths with a 2 says, yes. How was Sticky Vicky, JP? Yeah, unfortunately, I didn't actually go to Benidorm, so that's not the case. I went to Greece in it, so they didn't do them shows there.
That's what they all say. Yeah, that's what they all say.
They didn't do them shows there for the public.
Jordy Boy got that
knowledge.
VIP front row Sticky Vicky access. He paid the extra cash to sit front row. He wanted to see all of the action.
Firing line. It's too early for this.
Dirty boy.
Right then. Newcastle, by the way, I do think is our most difficult game of the of September. Too far. Why is that too far? The firing line,
Bro, the firing line. Bro wanted to be in the game.
EA Sports.
Bro said just watching it enough. I want to feel Sticky Vicky.
Yo, just how sticky is that Vicky? I want to know.
Hey, yo.
What in the R. Kelly? That is funny. Oh, you can tell we're back. Right. Man. Yeah. Who the fuck's Vicky? You don't need to know. If you don't know, you don't need to know. That is basically it. Don't Google it. Right. The last game of September is Wolves. Wolves away, which I used to hate the idea of Wolves away. I kind of come round to a little bit much. Yeah, I'm a bit distracted by the chat right now. JP got a hand tan. What do you mean? I got tan everywhere, innit? Not everywhere. I said it before. But he's that pausing me again.
He's not helping himself here, Chad. He's really not helping himself.
I'm digging. I can't help it, man. I've got the spade out. Yeah. So Wolves away. They've not had a good start to the season. The 15th, they've won 1 in 4, which was against. Let me find out. They beat Everton, which I don't think is very impressive. Because it's Everton. Everton are dead at the moment. They got beat off United 1-0. They lost against Brighton 4-1. Beat Everton 1-0. Lost against Palace 3-2. They did beat Blackpool 5-0. But yeah, that's a situation where we've got Wolves. Another game where it's just like you should be expecting City to beat that, and now that's not in a disrespectful or arrogant way, but it's more the case of knowing how good City are. I get that we're away at Wolves. I get that, and we've had terrible games at their ground, like loads. But we definitely should be winning that game, 100%. Was this the game?
I'm just excited for a new ground for me to take off. I've never been to Molyneux, and I'm.
I mean, that's decent. You can shout out the Memento app. You can put it in the Memento app. I just thought about that then. Was this the game last year where Kev did the outside of the foot shot?
Grealish scored as well. Early doors.
Yeah, was it?
Nathan Collins got sent off for Wolves, and Grealish scored really early in the game.
Decent. My brain's ticked that off. Was it in the white kit?
No, it was.
Haaland hat trick now, says Vito. I don't know. I can't remember.
Yeah, Haaland scored like kind of a scuffed shot from outside or the edge of the box.
Yeah, the only one I'm thinking of. There's a time where Kevin De Bruyne Bournemouth was outside the foot, was it? Yeah, I'm getting confused there. I was thinking of Kev. You know when he did that little fake? He did a step inside and then outside the foot, it into the bottom corner. I didn't know it was. I thought it was in my head. I thought it was Wolves for some reason. Yeah. Well, like I say, you know more than me about this. White kit was 2 seasons ago. Yeah, you're right. My head's just baffled, man. My head's baffled. I'm still on last season's kits. Yeah, I think it's weird when you're so early into the season because not much has happened. There's not a lot to go on. Do you know what I mean? There's not a lot to go on in the sense of us talking about these games. We're basically looking at it on paper. Yeah, it looks like it. We can't really go too much off form because we're only 4 games into the season.
Yeah, I mean, you'd probably get better content if we were United fans or Liverpool fans, someone who are dropping points and that kind of thing.
Yeah,
Chelsea.
yeah. There's more to go off on that because then but right now we look good. Like I said before, hopefully the international break hasn't disrupted us. But yeah, we're sitting perfect at the top of the Premier League. And we should be confident going into every single game that we're going into. The only real, like we said there, the only real tricky one for us in this period is Newcastle. Now that could come back to bite us, 100%. But
October will be a different story. But for September, like I said a few minutes ago, all of them should be winning, man, on paper.
Yeah, I mean, do we include? It's weird. It's September preview. Do we include the first 2 games of October?
Well, I was saying just go right up to the next international
because that is it. That is it. Goes straight to international break then. So if I'm going to do that, then after Wolves. It's Leipzig away. I think last time we played Leipzig away, did we draw 1-1?
1-1.
What? Then we battered them at home.
Yeah, Mara scored in Germany, didn't he?
How was it? Yeah. So Leipzig away. Not sure about that. That could be one of the ones where we could drop points. Well, like realistically. I think if you look at our group, you wouldn't be dropping points anywhere else. I'd back us to beat Leipzig away. Last season, they had a very, very good home form, though. And obviously, we drew there as well. But yeah, I think they went on like a mad unbeaten run, didn't they, at home?
I don't know. So they won that German Cup thing at the start of the season against Bayern. They look sick.
Oh, I can't remember. The Pokal.
Oh, yeah, remember Harry Kane's debut?
Oh yeah, because the trophy curse, Harry Kane's trophy curse continues.
Oh,
yeah,
Danny Olmo 3 goals.
Yeah, Danny Olmo. Obviously, City were interested in him as well. Is he going to ball out in front of Pep?
Will Josko Guardiola handle going back to Leipzig?
Yeah, I know, man. I know. Haaland, the boys, isn't it?
Haaland.
Yeah, so Leipzig, again, it's another one where I'm just like, I think it'll be a better game. It's the best game in the group, really.
Yeah, it's good. It's the best game of the group. It's the one where we're most likely to drop points if it was to happen at all. So that's a tricky game.
Yeah, I think there's, like I say, the potential banana skin, that one, that's the one where I could see us dropping points, that one. The rest of them, I think we should be winning. And then it's probably one of the more exciting games of this 4-week period, of these 6 games or whatever we've been through. It's Arsenal away. 8th of October. 4:30, we're finally on TV again. Arsenal away. Stinks.
Heavy.
There's never a time where I'll say Arsenal away and it won't stink.
Heavy game, man. It'll be really interesting to see where both teams are at that point. Will City still have a 100% record? Will Arsenal have found a bit of rhythm? Will Arsenal have dropped any more points? Who's under pressure, man? How will the league table look? Because everyone's obviously tipping them to be our closest contender. So it'll be a bit of a teller, that game, man. That's a huge game.
Yeah. Draw will be good, says Lavi. We're Arsenal now. It's weird because we don't really know who our main contender for the season is yet. It's very because we're so early on. We don't know what's going on now. We don't know yet if you're going to this game, do we? It's not like a confirmed thing. We don't know if we can get tickets for this game or not. But there is someone over here at that time who could do a watch long with us. Den Developer is in the country, so it could be City versus Arsenal, like a full watch along of Arsenal and a City fan.
That we can't imagine.
I think that'd be kind of like exciting, but then one of us is getting roasted, obviously, because unless it's a draw. But I think it'd be kind of crazy. It could be good content.
Yeah, do it, man. Do it.
Yeah, Denver is over here. So he'll be over here on the 8th of October. Developer, for people that don't know, is an Arsenal fan, someone that I went to school with, who just ended up doing the same stuff that we do. But yeah, that's 8th of October, 4:30. I think it's going to be a good game. It's at the Emirates. I think it'll be. Arsenal will be well up for it. We'll be well up for it. It's a clash, man. It's a clash.
Yeah, man. We bitched them up last time we went there.
We
bullied them.
Yeah.
We bullied them. We need to do it again, man.
Yeah. Run it back.
Yeah. I really hope I can get tickets to that. I really want to go to that. It's a great away trip.
Yeah, it'd be an unreal one that.
Anybody with tickets, man, hit me up, man. Hit me up.
Yeah, and if anyone's got a spare ticket to Arsenal away, hit Hugh up, man. Yeah, but that's your September / beginning of October preview. There's not really, like I said, there's not really much to say to go through because the Premier League isn't like getting into the full flex of it yet.
All we can say really is people put your seatbelts on, man, strap in because it's gonna start getting crazy now. Things are gonna start taking shape. So get ready for the madness. Obviously, an international break again in October is annoying, but we've loads of games between now and then. So let's see how we come out on the other end of that.
Yeah, facts. Right then, that's your September preview. Big up to all the people in the chat. Big up to everyone who's liked the stream. If you're not already, make sure you like the stream. We are back with our content again. It's the Premier League is back this weekend. The dead international break is finally over. So yeah, what's next, bro? What's next? What's next content? I can't remember.
All-in show.
Oh yeah, phone-in show tonight. We're gonna do a phone-in show. Not done one of them for a while. We'll let you know the format and stuff at the time when we start the stream. But phone-in show. And yeah, we'll get your thoughts on the first half of the Premier League season, thoughts on what you think of this weekend. But yeah, and then the Thursday is going to be the day of like that's the phone-in show day that we kind of picked out at the beginning of the season. We'll have a Q&A at some point, maybe next week, where we can go through more stuff about our content ideas. And yeah, there's loads of content getting filmed next week because Mr. Murray is over for a good solid 4 days.
Yeah, you'll have me in the ends for a week.
Yeah.
Loads to do.
Yeah. So things like hot ones, things like that. It's all getting boxed off next week, man, which I'm excited for. But yeah, phone-in show tonight. What is a phone-in show, Colin Coyle? Yeah, you know what I mean? I didn't mean first half of the season. I meant the first little bit of the season. Yeah, phone-in show just for people they can ring up, speak to me in here, and yeah, have their say on things. I think that's the easiest way to say it.
If you want.
You don't have to. You don't have to go on.
You don't have to speak to me and Jordan Brody.
We could just sit here and speak to each other. I'll just ring Hugh. We'll call it a phone-in show.
Little eggs, bread.
But yeah, phone-in show. Gonna get that scheduled now. So keep your eyes on that. Make sure you're subscribed. Your notification bell turned on, so you know when we go live with that phone-in show, and you can get all the details and stuff like that. So you can have your say on the first little bit of the season and what's to come. Right, big up everyone, and we'll see you later on. See you in a bit.